The test video for the version 4. First, I will test the exhaustive but not a very clever strategy of the boat, which means the boat gets from A, B, and then C, D, and so on. Now, I have set the total misses chances to be 20. And I will run the main method here. You can see that the current code is generated correctly. I also don't comment out this printing out of the phrase because I want to make the explanation easier. And you can see the boat gets A, B, C, D, and you can see follow the order of the alphabet. Until the boat win. The boat actually win the game. And when it gets something correctly, the hidden code was updated correctly. And you can see that the both gets a lowercase and the uppercase in the phrase was identified and edited in the hidden code. So it's case insensitive. And if the boat gets something wrong, for instance, the boat gets I, the program tells us that this letter is not in the phrase, and I was penalized, right? Before that, I missed 1 time, and now I missed 2 times. And before that, I have 19 chances left. Now I only have 18 chances left. 20 chances in total, right? And because the boat will never guess repeated letters, so we don't need to worry about the algorithm, if the algorithm of duplicate letter works correctly. And now I will set the total number of misses to be 4 and try to see if the logic of loses works fine. And I will run it again. And now this phrase, and if you guess A, it's not in a phrase, so the chances left was reduced by 1, and B reduced by 1, C reduced by 1, and D is a match, and E. The E is also not in the phrase, so I use up all the chances I'm lost. And the program ends automatically here. The get-guess strategy, which is the simplest one, works correctly here. And now I will try and test something that is more reasonable. So I will change the function called here to guess2. And I will run the main method. You can see that the phrase is generated here is turn your wants into wisdom. There's not an isolated I, so the boat will not first guess the uppercase I. And there's not an isolated 3-letter word, so the bot will not guess a T and then H and E. So the boat just starts from E, the vowels, and E, A, I, O, U, and then B, C, the other letters in the alphabet. You can see that when you guess something correctly, for instance, I, the current hidden code is updated correctly, and when you get something wrong, for instance, E, you are penalized and the chance is reduced by 1. And after you guesses 4 wrong letters, you lose the game. It works correctly. And I will set it to be a bigger value so that we can have more guesses and see if the boat can win the game. Oh, perfect. This time the code generated is be the change you wish to be. There's an the inside the phrase. There's not an isolated word at the beginning of the phrase, so the boat will not first guess I. It'll start from T because there's a 3-letter word, right? T. And because there's a match, the boat then guess H, and there's a match, the boat will then guess E. And then follow the rules, follow the other rules. Because of the E has already been guessed, so for the vowel part, it will not guess E repeatedly. It will guess A and then I, O, U, and then the other letters here. And you can see that if you guess D, you can see it's not in the phrase, you get a wrong letter, and 9 chances left becomes 19 chances left becomes 18 chances left. The user has been penalized, and if you get something correctly, the current hidden code is updated correctly, and the boat will not get any letters that has been already guessed before. There's no duplication inside the guess. And the previous misses are kept correctly here. Every time you have a wrong guess, you can see here. And finally, after all the asterisks are removed, you win the game and the program ends. And we'll run it one more time. Oh, it's the same phrase. Try to see if we can get the part which starts from I. It's a sad story. Oh, we don't have a phrase in the task list here that is starting from I, so maybe I will add one. Okay, you can see I like math was randomly chosen here, and the boat first gets I because there's an isolated I, at the very beginning of the phrase. And there's not an isolated word with 3 words, so now the process of guessing T, H, and E just guesses vowels and then other letters at the following processes. Okay, I think my version 4 program works fine. That's all about my test videos.